EGM Network. Hi, everyone. This is Lou Ciambriello, and you are listening to Cottage Conversations. Today, our topic is a really, really, really hot topic. It's new construction, and I brought three of my favorite people here. And before we get started, I do want to say one thing. Anybody that I bring into my podcast is really someone that I admire and want to work with. And today I have three really exceptional people. And honestly, it would be hard for me to pick one of them to be my realtor. I would have to draw straws, and the one that got the short straw would be the winner. And that would be true of anybody that I bring here. So please, if you are looking for an agent and you don't want me, that's okay. It's okay. I'll get over it. But these people are really wonderful. And, I want you to know I personally recommend them. But today's podcast is about new construction, and it is hot, hot, hot. I moved to Vero 13 years ago, and there were 3 houses on my street. That was it. We were alone in the woods. Today, they are building 17 homes on just my block. Wow. Just my block. Now, I'm older, so I kind of like neighbors. They can come and help me if I fall or something. But the reality is that just gives you an idea of how hot the market is for new construction. But we're going to go in a different venue. Those are scattered lots. We're going to be talking to Sal Marmolejo. I can't do your last name. Okay. I'm going to take Spanish lessons after this. So, and I have my good friends here. I'm going to have them introduce themselves to you, and I want them to tell you something unique about them that you maybe didn't know. And then we'll go into this really hot conversation about new construction. So first, Jennifer, go ahead, Jennifer.
My name's Jennifer Arteaga. I'm a realtor with Remax Crown Realty. I do speak Spanish if you guys don't know. And another thing about me, my husband always tells me I'm not allowed to come into Publix because we go in very quickly, and an hour and a half later, I'm walking out of the store with a new friend.
Okay, I'm going to add to that. Jennifer's secret power is making friends. It's annoying, and it's really true. You can't go anywhere with her and go in and out because she just instantly makes friends. Okay, it's your turn, Lou. Go ahead.
All right, my name is Lou Navarro, although my real name is Lourana Navarro. I'm originally from Venezuela, and something that you may not know from me is that I am information system engineer, and I also have a master's degree in business administration. And I love Vero Beach. I relocated here 4 years ago, and I don't regret any day making that decision.
It's amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah. And, I do speak Spanish. Hablo español completamente. Okay. Así que I'm pretty sure nobody pick up on my accent. So.
Okay, and there's another thing that Lou is not mentioning. Lou also has a podcast, and she did one recently that's really important, especially if you're looking to purchase in Indian River County. She did one with our property appraiser, Wesley Davis, and you really and truly, it's called Whatever, and you really and truly need to watch it. It's packed with information. People are always asking, am I right? Yeah, questions about taxes. Yeah. I never know the answer. I always send them to Wesley, but this was a really, really good
because actually tomorrow is the last day to do your homestead exception.
Well, it's a little bit late on. By the time this...
But anyhow, you still have a chance.
But there's also a link on, which is also important. I did a little mini commercial on it, but Lou actually did a segment on it. There's also a link on our property appraisers website, where if you go down to the bottom, I guess that would be right-hand corner, it says title fraud, where you can register your home for title fraud. And please, if you live in this county, whatever property you own, please register it. It's just a matter. It's not going to stop them, but it is going to alert you. So, okay. And now, Sal, tell everybody what I call you. I call you my what? My fave.
She said I'm her favorite.
I'll call you my fave. So Sal.
Oh yeah.
Apparently she calls problem, right?
No,
the other two are her favorite too.
Jennifer has a lot of people that want to be her mother. I told her I want to be her favorite aunt because that trumps mother every time. But so anyway, Sal is my fave. I met Sal a long time, not really a long time ago, but about a good 5 years ago. And when he first became an agent, and I knew then that he was a rising star. And now Sal is our expert today on new construction. So Sal, go ahead, introduce yourself and tell us something about D.R. Horton.
So my name is Sal Marmolejo. I do speak hablo español.
Yay, team.
I've known Mary Lou for a couple of years, like she said, and it's funny when she calls me her fave because I left, I think we were working together, Remax, and she wanted me to join her in a different
venue.
Brokerage. And she's like, don't worry, Sal, you're still my fave.
You're still my fave. And then when he called in for showing instructions, he would say, just say it's her fave. She'll know who it is. So Sal, talk to us a little bit about D.R. Horton and what it is you do there, because I'm really excited about this career change for you.
So with D.R. Horton, we sell new single-family homes in residential communities and gated communities as well. Some are HOA, some are non-HOA.
That's good to know.
We sell townhomes as well as villas.
What is your specialty? What do you specialize in?
Single family.
Single family, yeah.
I'm not in an HOA community, although I have worked in HOA communities as well. So, but primarily just single family homes. And
you specialize in Port St. Lucie, even though we're going to talk about my favorite area, Indian River County.
So I specialize in Port St. Lucie. What's unique about that is in 2012, I was an officer with Port St. Lucie.
Which is a big deal.
So I was a police officer at Port St. Lucie.
Service,
You have to behave around Sal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He might arrest you. Okay. He is my fave, so he might take care of you for me.
Being a cop in Port St. Lucie really, though, made me who I am today. And I think what I bring to real estate is what I brought to folks that I served in Port St. Lucie is just doing the right thing.
The ethics.
Doing
everything's
right
about
by the people.
Exactly. So let's talk. We've also new construction. So let's talk about why you bring your buyers to new construction. Do you have a criteria? Because I do. I have a criteria when I bring people to new construction.
I would say, as far as the major components of the home, the roof, the AC,
new is new.
Being new and being under warranty. They have the options to choose.
They can have some designing choices.
Yeah, I also believe that, the biggest competition for resale nowadays, unless if a cash buyer, it will be the incentive that they are providing, which is,
lower interest rate.
And then also sometimes they do incentives toward closing costs. So that's very attractive for somebody that, most of first-time buyers don't have that big cash on hand in order to get into a new home.
And what do you think, Sal?
I feel the same way. I always tell folks, no matter if they walk in our model, there is a home builder and there is a home for everyone.
Absolutely.
And not just with home builders.
Yeah, that's kind of nice. I like that home for everyone. I'm going to be stealing that line.
Yeah,
there is.
We got a home for everyone.
There's a butt for everything.
That's what
there's a lid for every puppet. I like that. A home for everyone. That's really great.
There is a home for everyone, and I tell them it's not just because you walk into D.R. Horton that we have a ton of homes, and whether you're a move-up buyer or first entry-level buyer or you want a luxury home, we have a home for everyone. But on top of that, if you're looking for let's just say a barn dominium or just something unique like a farmhouse style home, there's a home somewhere for everybody. So when you walk into my office, I'm going to give you as much information as I can to help you be as more educated as you can.
That's
so whether you buy a home from me, I'm happy for you.
Well, the most important thing I think is that good information leads to good decisions. So I mean, if you give out good information, whether they're buying resale or whether they're buying new construction, good information is key. And the other thing that my criteria, honestly, for bringing buyers to new construction is age. If they're brand new and they've never owned a home, I like the idea of new. New is new. New hot water heater, new roof, new AC.
Yeah, they're going to have a peace of mind.
Yeah, there's a lot of peace of mind. They don't have the skills to handle it. And the other one is, again, age. If you're old like me, though I'd buy resale, the reality is that new is new and there's less trouble-free. The only thing you have to really worry about is if you want, is landscaping, and a lot of them do a really good job with that.
Yeah.
The other thing that, we want to always, you don't sell, like you said, in HOAs, but when you do sell in HOAs, there's always things that are really important that people need to understand, and those are the restrictions.
Yeah, so the pets,
Yeah.
what you can do, that, if you can change the color of your home.
Exactly. You need to be able to live with that. And
what type of plants can you plant?
Exactly. Well, we were at one yesterday where you had to keep the fence in the same line of the home.
Yeah, what type of fence can you install?
Kind of fences. You have to go to the Architectural Review Board. And pets. We talked, you weren't in that podcast, but my last podcast was about pets, because a lot of the pets that end up in the Humane Society are there because they were not accepted in an HOA community. So you need to research that. So let's talk about, so what do you say when people walk in and say, hey, let's talk about credit. Because Lou, this is a specialty of yours, I know.
So,
do you have a program for credit, Sal?
I have, I have people that help people that doesn't have the right credit to put it to the right level. Like they say credit repair, especially. I know some lenders also help people that have low credit to get to that point. But again, you talk about education, information. A lot of people don't understand, but it's just taking the time to understand what does really credit mean for you. And it's not only on the sense of buying a property. Credit is so important. People don't understand.
And just in general,
even to get into a job, they look at your credit.
Exactly. So, and what about you, Sal? I'm going to cut you short. Sorry, honey.
Yeah, so we do have a program. It's through our DHI lender, which is out of Melbourne or Palm Bay. But we use what they call home buyers club. So essentially, someone comes to us and they, inquire about our mortgage company, and then they run the credit, and then maybe the credit's just not there yet. But we have a home buyers club.
What would be an ideal score or a beginning score, the lowest score you would accept? Do you have an idea on that?
580.
580.
Oh, wow.
It's typically your mortgage rate, your government loans, or 580 for FHA and things like that. But if they need to qualify, maybe if they're like, hey, if we can get you to 620, you can get a better interest rate. Yeah, so what we can do is our home buyers club, for one, it's absolutely free. That's for number one. Number two, the thing they're paying. So let's just say if they have a couple of things that they need to pay off, like a credit card, things like that they need to pay off. Those are the things they're responsible for. But the program itself is free. So the education, what you need to do, the guidance. Sometimes you can.
They don't pick up your credit card bill at D.R. Horton. The people have to pay off their own credit. That's such a great incentive.
I say that with the fact that, because when I say it's free, I don't mean.
Oh, I know exactly what you meant, and so does everyone else. What you're saying is that we are giving them a free service to help them boost their credit and hopefully get a lower rate.
And it doesn't take a long time. No. Typically, everybody's different, but within a month, 2 months, couple months, you can be into your next new home.
Yeah.
So
now let's talk about time too. That's great. Go ahead, but I'm going to let you reminded me of something else. But go ahead.
No, well, I mean,
I think that's excellent. So talk to me about the time it takes, because one of the other reasons why I like new construction is that it gives you the luxury of time. If you're trying to sell your home, if it's a 12-month build, you actually have the luxury of time to sell your home and whatever. Do we have restrictions on that, or do they prefer the home be under contract? What's the story with that?
So, and we have homes in different stages. Normally, we have homes that are close to being finished or are completed. But we do have homes in slab. So you do have 3 months. So maybe if you do have your home, on the market, it just needs, let's just say we have a thing we call a home to close contingency, meaning your home is under contract, your current home is under contract. We can accept the contract on our home until you sell your home, thinking it's going to sell within that 30, 45-day mark. So that's a good thing without saying, because if you think about it, you have a buyer who it's like, I need to sell my home, but I really love that house.
Right.
It's a good opportunity for them to lock the house down, knowing they already have a contract on their home. So
I always love the luxury of time. I always like the luxury of time. I always want my people to be moving out and the other people moving in with a week or so, and I call it the luxury of time. And I think that new construction offers them a lot more luxury of time, and that's a big deal to me.
To touch on that even more as well is, when you have summertime with folks with children, kids, they're like, I want to wait till the summertime to be able to move. Well, that's excellent, because if our home is 4 months out, and we're in, May or March, or it
Yeah,
gives them that luxury
January,
of time.
you know.
What
gives
if
them that
their
luxury of
home
time.
doesn't close in the right time, and it's the amount of, the time frame?
Yeah, the time frame they need to move. If there's something that maybe the contract fell out, then maybe we can just try to get them to extend our contract, or maybe there is another home that may work out better for them that we're building. And maybe, hey, listen, I actually really wanted a cul-de-sac. Well, guess what? We have something in the cul-de-sac now.
Okay,
Okay.
and
Let's
So
try
you do
I think
kind
we
of
can
a
take a-
transfer or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. So we try to see if we can pivot them to something that might work out for them.
So very accommodating in all ways.
Absolutely, because
I think so, yeah.
because we have a ton of homes that we're building. So,
Okay, good to know.
And we'll take a little break right now, and then we're going to, so I need time to regroup here. So we'll take a little break. Thank you so much.
Hi there, Mary Lou Ciambriello again. I have a few tips for you. Those of you that live in Vero Lake Estates or in Sebastian, you should be getting these on a regular basis. These are my postcards. So I wanted to give you some tips on what you could do with my postcards. First of all, you can do this. You can take this and you can throw it out, or you can do the right thing, and that would be to recycle it. Secondly, it's a little far and it's a little hot. You can always use it as a fan. Or you can be like my girlfriend, Linda, and she thinks she's funny, and she sends me a picture every time she gets a postcard, and she uses it as a placemat. You get enough of them, you probably have placemats. But more importantly, I have a proven track record. These are all the homes that I've sold. Whenever you get this postcard, you'll notice there's different homes on here. So if you're looking for a realtor, the purpose of this card is for you to keep it, and when you do need a realtor, give me a call. Thank you so much. You have the best day ever, and it is a little hot in here. Have the best day. Ciao for now.
I want to switch gears a little bit here, and I want to talk about places that you would recommend people to go to. Now, the first time I did a recommendation, I recommended Miller's Pharmacy because I'm older. Apparently, the fact that they deliver was a big deal to me, and
You're not older. You just have accumulated youth.
I'm very old. I might ask my stem cells. So anyway, now, so is there a business that you like to recommend? Because I know you're always out there, Jennifer, having fun. Go ahead.
I'd recommend the local tiki bar. And as a matter of fact, I went to get my coffee this morning and struck up a conversation with a guy I didn't know. He said, do you go to the local tiki bar? And that he would be playing tonight. So I highly recommend for drinks.
Which tiki bar? Is it got a name, or is it called Tiki Bar?
It's called tiki bar.
It's called the Tiki
Oh,
Bar.
it's the one up in Sebastian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Lou?
Well, I'm going to recommend a restaurant. It's a Venezuelan restaurant. It's
Of
called
course.
Sabores. And I actually had them here on one of my podcasts. They offer all Venezuelan food. If you have never ever tried, go ahead. They have live music and karaoke nights. It's called Sabores, and it's located in Oslo in 37.
Okay, well, and I will say that it has to be good because I've had your husband's steak.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Arepas.
Very good.
Yeah, arepas, empanadas.
I am married to a
cachapas.
chef, so
Empanadas are phenomenal.
very good. And Sal, what would you recommend?
So I'm going to recommend two things. One is a restaurant in Fellsmere, and it's a Mexican restaurant called Las Tapatías.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Me encanta.
Is that the one where I had my favorite?
Yes.
I was there. Phenomenal.
Delicious and
Yeah.
very authentic.
I had the goat tacos. Did I eat goat there?
Birria.
Birria. Birria.
Oh,
What's
nice.
birria?
Birria.
What is it?
Birria.
It's like a meat in a stew, right?
Yeah, but I think it was made with goat. I learned.
May.
But was it good?
It was amazing.
And so?
It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good. I picked up the check. That's how good.
Thank you, Mary Lou.
That's how
Well,
good it was.
because you go to the Mexican restaurant and then you want the chips, you want the salsa.
No,
Well,
but-
they make the chips there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can just go there and just eat the chips. It is delicious.
Me too.
I thought it was great.
It's
Yeah.
very authentic, delicious. I would highly recommend
And
it.
the service was also
The service
fun.
is awesome.
Yeah.
The other thing I would recommend is the Veterans Memorial Sanctuary Park in Vero.
Oh, that's
I love that
beautiful.
park,
I
yeah.
love it. So peaceful.
Yeah.
It's peaceful. It's a memorial for our military. I think it's just a great place where you can go there, walk with your family. We took our boys there, and my wife, and just walking around and just giving thanks to where we are at and just all the blessings we have.
And my grandson's pier is also there. The Cole Coppola Memorial Pier is also there, further up from there. Yeah, exactly. And I love that. I love that pier.
And that's in Vero Beach.
And that's in Vero Beach. That's at Riverside.
Yeah,
Riverside.
next to the tennis center.
Yeah, and next to the tennis center, okay, in case you wanted to know. And tennis is a big sport here. Along with rowing and
pickleball.
And pickleball.
Is
well, they're building,
growing.
well, your husband builds, we can throw a plug in for your husband. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You want to throw in a plug for Luis that builds
Well,
pickleball?
yeah, he has been doing a sport course resurfacing for over 30 years. And now pickleball has picked up in the last 15 years or more, where, you know, in every backyard,
It's amazing, yeah.
basically
It's amazing.
they have pickleball.
So let's get back to the topic, which is new construction. So, Sal, in the communities that have HOAs, are there pet restrictions? Are there things that people need to be aware of?
Yes, and every community is different. You know, there's different ones where maybe you can't have more than 2 pets. Maybe the pets can't be over a certain pound. But that is something to really consider. Like you said, we can give you access to the rules and regulations. We can email them to you. Usually they're like 140 pages, so we don't have them printed out everywhere.
Exactly.
But we can send them to you.
But they're online.
And it's online. It's something. It's very important to take a look at. Like you said, you know, I like my animals more than.
Yeah, but
people.
you know,
Yeah,
I guess the aggressive, that's what the people.
Well, the aggressive breeds, and now they've included Dobermans in that, which is interesting to me, because it was pit bulls, and then it was Rottweilers, and now they've thrown Dobermans and Chows in there, I think. So you need to check that out.
And my Doberman's the biggest baby.
I know.
So.
And I will say too, everybody has a different phase in life. So, you know, if you know, for folks who are in the phase where like, hey, listen, I want convenience. You know, and I just want to go home and everything's just done for me.
So some do the lawn, some don't.
Some do the lawns.
Yeah, some don't.
And then they have amenities.
Amenities,
That was our next
man
question.
gates,
Exactly.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So, and I always say too, it's not always. Some folks are like, well, HOAs, maybe it's not affordable. I mean, we have one with a main gate, swimming pool, fitness room, a great little community. The HOA is about $145 a month. The difference in pricing and housing, for example, in Port St. Lucie compared to where this community is at in West of 95 and Fort Pierce, the houses are like $30,000, $40,000 cheaper there.
Wow.
So when it comes to affordability, I tell folks, how long is it going to take you to recoup that $50,000 more?
Yes.
You know, you're saying the 145, but it's like really the 2,300 a month or a year.
Along with, you know, as much as I
Right.
believe we sell homes, and that home is my favorite word, to be honest with you, it's absolutely my favorite word. I don't care what language you speak, home should be your favorite word as well. But I think that we also have to be mindful of the fact that we're selling them an investment, and that, you know, when they're looking, this is where the sofa goes, this is where I'm thinking,
Their biggest investment.
am I selling them an investment? Am I doing them a good service? But the other thing that I like about HOAs, which a lot of people don't talk about, this year I actually had 2 sales where the people bought during COVID, and they sold them. They had no family here. They had no relatives. They had no connections to the community, and worked from home. Both of them worked from home. They sold them in VLE. Now, honestly, VLE is a family community. I love it. I live there. But if you're coming down here and you don't have family and friends, I think a gated community is the best way to go, because you get to meet, you have instant friendships right around the corner. You're going to meet people at the pool and that type of thing. So I think there's a huge advantage to buying a community with an HOA. And what do you think?
No, absolutely. And I tell you what, we also sell townhouses as well. So we have townhouses in Port St. Lucie, gorgeous amenity center. And it's amazing. It's like you almost don't have to leave the area. It's just a community within the community.
You have everything you need.
It's beautiful.
And that's another thing. So here's a question to you girls, because this is something, you know, yesterday I touched on it a little bit. What would you suggest that builders do, or maybe build? Because I have a list this long. But what would you suggest that builders think about building, or adding to their home when you go in there? What do you think that they need to improve upon? Is there anything that we could give Sal so he could, you know, become president one day of D.R. Horton?
Well, I love pets, as I have 3 dogs. I would do a dog park. a park for the kids, definitely a community pool, pickleball court.
Pickleball, okay, yeah, because we
being
don't
the
want
up and coming
we wanna
sport.
keep
Yeah,
Louise
pickleball, I think that is being included a lot in many communities, but she was talking about pets. She talked about pets, like a shower for the pets.
Like a pet wash. That would be fun.
Like
that would be
like
fun.
a bathing center.
We could bring your pet and clean
a
your
coffee
pet
bar.
Well, they generally have coffee, at least
coffee
down
bar?
south, coffee bars.
Yeah.
The other thing, I'd like to see more communities. I'm going to throw this at you, Sal. I'd like to see them build more generational homes.
Yes, that's
19% of my clients, I mean, and maybe even more, are looking for generational homes where not an in-law, suite, but actual, an apartment where they can
especially
live.
after COVID. That has become more the trend.
And it makes houses more affordable, even though they're more expensive. I think generational homes are a big deal.
Separate entrance and everything like that.
Exactly, a private entrance,
So
but
they feel
connected but not
independent.
connected.
Right.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I kind of like is, it just went through my head. I just lost it. Where'd it go?
It happens, Mary Lou.
Did you catch it? The other thing I'd like to see them do is, a community closet. I know this sounds crazy, but I would love a house where you would have the laundry room and everybody's clothes in this huge room.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
don't you think so? That you just do your laundry and hang it up
I
for
love
the boys?
that idea.
That's
I
right.
think that would be a great fun idea. You can put those in your luxury home.
So I tell you what. So in Palm Bay, we have a community called Cypress Bay West. It's a new community off of Babcock.
Yeah.
That community, like you said, that we're working on the amenity center now. It's going to have a pickleball court, a nice lounge area for the folks who want to play, just kind of
Palm
play
Bay's
sports.
up and coming, yeah.
Up and coming.
Yeah, it's what we call a future location.
We do have a unique home in there, and I can't remember the name of the plant off the top of my head, but I will find it. Where the primary suite, the closet, there's a door in the closet, you open the door, and it's right in the laundry room. You can open the door, it takes you right to the laundry room.
And that's what I'm saying.
That is amazing.
That's what I'm saying. I would like a huge closet, just so when you did the laundry, people could come and pick their clothes up for the day or their shoes. Everything would be in that room. I mean, and I want it to be even bigger than this room that we're in today. I mean, I just think that's how I would love to live. Yeah, I'd love a closet like that. Go ahead.
You know what I think is an important topic too is for realtors and for realtors alike is setting the proper expectations.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
Oh, of
For buyers.
course.
Exactly.
I think it's important to know that when you're walking into a home, there's going to be some things you like, some things you don't like. There's going to be some things on your wish list.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're building a home that's 7,000 square feet of air conditioning, you're probably not going to get everything on your list.
Yeah,
And even
wants
then-
versus needs.
And even
wants
then,
versus
and
needs,
even
so-
then, people, I've built quite a few homes, and I will tell you, every time I miss something. Every time.
And it's important because you need to let the buyer know that they have to compromise. Because unless you're building from scratch to your like, you're not gonna find it. So there is stuff that you may need to oversee because the need is bigger than the wants.
Well, this is the first time my husband and I, we compromise all the time, and I generally lose. But this time I actually won when he wanted a 3-car garage and I wanted a jacuzzi tub. Well, he got a 2-car garage and I got the jacuzzi tub. So
That's wonderful.
I know. I love that thing.
Compromising
I
in
know.
marriage is
Well,
amazing.
the best thing I ever did was marry that man. He's a great man. But anyway, and he cooks, it's just, everything is perfect.
I'm a foodie.
What is that thing? He made me a dessert. What was it?
Tiramisu.
Oh, my husband
goodness.
loved it.
That was
He
amazing.
won best tiramisu in all of Palm Beach County. He also won
Delicious.
cleanest
My
restaurant.
husband had it on a safe for.
I know he had it in the freezer. But Pat, for Pat, the kitchen was really a big deal. For me, nobody comes home from my cooking. I'm telling you right now. They're like, Mom, we don't come home for your cooking. Just like, I can make a sandwich. They talk, I can pack a sandwich. Big deal. But, okay, so let's get back to this. And so we covered, and what is your mission? I have a mission when I'm selling because I'm obviously in my legacy years. I'm obviously, moving. The day will come. You guys will be doing business, and hopefully you'll remember me and a couple of the lessons that I taught you. But the reality is I'm in my legacy years.
Just send us all your referrals. When you plan to retire.
I'm going to bring a family member in if I have to shoot them. That's going to bribe them.
Just
if I
make a
have to.
difference. Just every day, make a difference.
Make a difference, yeah. So and what is your mission, Sal?
So back in 1978 when the company was founded in Texas, Mr. Horton, one of his founding principles was to build a quality home at an affordable price.
And he's doing it. And he's doing it.
The second thing was also is doing the right thing. Let me give you a story. So he built his first home in 1978. A few months later, drove by that home, noticed that the paint for the garage was, peeling or whatnot. He stopped by and asked them, "Can I repaint your house? Can I repaint your garage?" Just doing the right thing.
It's easy.
Still to this day, we live by those principles of quality home at an affordable price.
I love that story, but I have to wrap up, don't I, Jesse?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what I want to say to you. Everybody, you all know, if you've been watching this, how much I cherish coming home. And that's what I sell. Even though I look at it really as an investment for you, I also want you to come home and really enjoy the experience of coming home. It should be your safe place. It's where you build your memories. And that's how all of us here feel. The other thing I want you to know is that at the end of all of my podcasts, there's going to be a PSA. It's very personal to me, and I'm hoping that you'll take time to watch it and spread the message if you have the opportunity. But from all of us here, I can't thank Sal. It's so good to see you. I told Sal I might have to have him on every month. I never get to see him.
Thank you for having me.
It's just a joy to see you. And Lou and Jennifer, I see all the time. Jennifer, I'm her favorite aunt. Just so you know.
Auntie Mary
And
Lou.
Lou, I go to Lou all the time. One of the nicest things I like about Lou is she always, when she stops in the office, she always stops in to chat with me because I'm way on the other side. But for all of you out there, thank you so much. If you have any questions, please, you're welcome to call any of us. We'd all like to help you. And ciao for now. Have the best day ever.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay. I think we did okay.
Searching for a pet-friendly home with style? Welcome to 115 Briarcliff Circle in Sebastian, located in Ashbury, a gated community, and the monthly HOA is just $84. Be sure to review pet restrictions for breed and pet size.